gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. Are you ready? Because the show is about to begin.
Good evening, Patriots, and welcome to another electrifying episode of the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. Here at the Conservative Viewpoint is where we cut through the noise and get to the heart of the matter. And tonight, we're diving into a topic that is as urgent as it is alarming. The world going down in flames. From the escalating geopolitical tensions to the rampant economic instability, it feels like we're standing on a precipice of chaos. But what does that mean for us, the everyday citizen? How did we get here? And more importantly, how do we navigate through this storm? We'll explore the historical context behind today's crisis, drawing parallels with past events that shape our world. We'll dissect the policies and decisions that have led us to this point. We'll discuss the potential path forward. This isn't just about doom and gloom. It's about understanding the forces at play and empowering ourselves with knowledge. So buckle up, folks. It's going to be a wild ride as we discover the truth that the mainstream media won't tell you. Stay tuned, stay informed, and stay vigilant. This is the Conservative Viewpoint, and we're just getting started. The show begins now. Hi, everybody. What's going on? It is September, 27, 2024. And guess what? It's a Friday. Yes, it is, guys. It is a Friday. We've got a hell of a show today. Hi, Vic. Billy Bob, one of many. All right, she come over to Wimpkin. That's great. All right, let's keep going down through here. Let me get my mouse where it's supposed to be. Sean, what's going on? Hi, Joan. How are you today? John, I see John right there. How's everybody going tonight? I got to make an announcement today. We are streaming on Getter. I want to welcome everyone from Getter to the show. Happy to have you guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you come back for more. Had a good turnout with them this morning. I didn't realize that we were going to be able to go live. I've been working on it for 6 months, trying to get to go live on there. Finally got it. They finally got their verification fixed. I finally got on. I'm glad to be here. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the show. We got a hell of a show, guys, lined up. I hope everybody's doing fine this morning. Or how about this evening? That would help. I can't even tell my morning from my day anymore. But we got a hell of a show. I got a lot to go over tonight because we got so much going on, and it's unreal. Right before the show went live, I watched Trump's part of his town hall there. It went pretty well, I think. And then they started the show, the other one, and I didn't want to watch her at all. Get her done and join Wimpkin. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's what I should put up there, too. I should put my stuff up there for people new to the show. Here's my information. We have a hell of a crew on Wimpkin. If you guys want to try something new there from Getter, right there, the first one, wimpkin.com/country conservative. Sign up. Join us in chat. We got a hell of a crew. We have great conversations. Everybody's welcoming there. It's like a big family. You guys want to join in? Try it out. But there's my information for you guys to like, subscribe, share, everything. We want to get the truth out to people because what is that? I said it was the 27th. Wow, we are like a little more than a month away from November 5th election. And this is something we have got to fix because the stuff is going crazy. And that's why if you looked at the thumbnail that I put on the advertisement today, Kamala Harris is enjoying her accomplishments of burning the country to the ground. If she gets in, it is going to happen. And it's not an if. It's a definitely will happen. Look what's happening now under Biden. At least he has an excuse. He's demented or something, or Parkinson's, whatever it is. He's got an excuse. He shouldn't be there, but she is helping out. everything that's going on today. And I don't want to take too much time up here because I have about a half a show that I did not add that I'm going to go over first tonight with you guys. So I want you guys to sit back, relax, join us in the chat. Let us know how you're feeling about all these subjects that we go over. We get questions. If I don't have an answer for you, my Wimpkin Warriors, they will get you an answer. We got the best bunch of people in there. By far, you can't beat these guys. They're awesome. But let's get busy, guys. Let's get this show on the road because we got a lot to go over. So let me get back to my thing, and I'm going to drop this down. I'll put the information up later. And Becky, hi, Becky. Oh, you got him? Great. Great job. Thank you. All right, let's take off my thing there, and we'll get back to my videos because I've got a ton of them for you guys. I've added, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've added 4 more on top of the 15 or 16 that I already had for you guys. We might not get to them all, but that's okay. I'd rather listen to you guys and get what you say. Kamala on illegal immigrants. Gotcha there, Jerry. Don't worry. We got this. All right, the first one. There you go, Jerry. Tens of thousands of illegal immigrants with sexual assault, murder convictions roaming our streets as we speak. And I do want you to listen to this video that shows the amount of people that they have let. And this is not all of them. This is just what they reported just here recently. Take a look.
Yeah, and Sandra, bear with me. We just got these numbers moments ago, but it's a jaw dropper to say the least. So to set the stage here, let me just explain what these numbers mean. ICE has something called a non-detained docket. Essentially what that is it means migrants who were encountered by DHS but are no longer in federal custody. So who's on this non-detained docket? It's illegal immigrants who were caught and released at the border, released with the court date years away. They're in immigration proceedings, combined with illegal immigrants who have already been ordered deported from the country by a judge but are still here roaming the country. So keep that in mind, this non-detained docket. According to a letter that the acting director of ICE just sent to Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez, on ICE's non-detained docket, they're currently tracking 425,000 non-citizens who have been convicted of a crime. Of that number, over 13,000 non-citizens have convictions for homicide and are on the non-detained docket, meaning they're roaming the country right now. On top of that, there are another 15,811 non-citizens convicted of sexual assault who are roaming the country right now on ICE's non-detained docket. It doesn't stop there. Those are convictions. The ICE director also says there are currently just under 1,900 non-citizens on the non-detained docket who have pending homicide charges who are roaming the country, and another 4,250 non-citizens who have pending sexual assault charges who are roaming the country on the non-detained docket. So
now you guys realize that these are the ones that they have got caught at the port of entry. This does not include the terrorists, the drug cartel, and the criminals that have crossed away from the ports of entry. So we got almost 25 million illegal criminals that have crossed this border, and this is what she let in. That's okay, Vic. You always make it. I'm not worried about that. Warren, welcome to the show. The answer definitely is Trump. You're exactly right, because this is what's happening because of Kamala Harris. And we see it every day. And I am going to get to Texas so I can get to the border, but I can't afford the diesel prices right now. When you haul a fifth wheel, I get 12 or 14 miles to the gallon, and there's a couple 1,000-mile trip for me. So, but as soon as we get Trump in office and our fuel prices go back down, like they will, I'm going to take a trip down there with my fifth wheel, tow it down there, stay in and get some live footage at the border somewhere. And finally, Harris makes it there, and I didn't put this all in here, but she made it there, and now she said, we need to get stricter on immigration. Well, no shit, lady. Where's you been for the past 4 years? I'm letting this happen. So what the hell? All right, where are we at now? Okay, now let me go back to this because the next article is Harris to accuse Trump of, listen to this, playing political games with immigration border visit. He's been to the border multiple times. She's went once, and that was what, today or yesterday? One of those two, once. And she can say she's been there twice, but well, she hasn't been to Europe either, so she didn't know the big point. She went to a place the first time where there was no movement, there was no immigrants, it was the safest place around the border. And she said, well, I've been to the border. The hell you have. She's pathetic. She's cause of the whole bloodbath border crisis. And people got to remember that is what she does. She lies constantly. And let me get over here and make sure you guys in Wimp go in, get her. Let's see if you got some. Say hi in chat and let me know you guys are there. Let me know what states you guys are from so we can acknowledge it. I had problems this morning with them too because it doesn't show me that I'm streaming, but if I go to my phone, it'll show my video. But right now it's not showing anything over here. So I'm hoping those guys can see me. All right, let's get rid of this one. Oh, then this next one has to do with the border also. Oh, wait, I see some stuff I'm missing here. We're doing great, Warren. I'm glad you made it to the show. Trump is laying down his plan, and we are going to boom, baby, boom. Oh, you most definitely right there. William Lockett, welcome. And Cecil, I missed you, man. I'm sorry about that. Welcome. Glad you guys made it. That merch loot showed up today. Going to make a video after I get off work. Love the stickers. All right. Well, I'm glad you got it. Man, they said it would take a while to get to you, man. Especially way up there. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm glad you guys are making it. But all right, this next one is Mayorkas. All right, I know you guys don't like him either, but Mayorkas' doctrine will lead to America's ruin. And guess what he said? He said, and I'm going to paraphrase because of all the article. And this part is not paraphrasing, actually. He said the people, us, need to shut up and let him remake America. I swear to God, that's what he said. Here, let me get down to the article real quick. The exact word, let me see. Okay, he said, and I quote, Mayorkas seems peeved that Americans will not simply shut up and accept his project to remake America, end quote. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what that piece of ball-headed shit said, that we need to shut up. Why don't these people ever say that in front of us? Nobody will say that because they're protected behind their ivory pearl building up there and want to run their mouths, and they're supposed to work for us. But they never want to say that in front of us, right? Biden and Harris have been AOL this entire time. Exactly one of many. Rowdy, what's going on, Rowdy? Glenn, I see Glenn popped in there too. I missed you when you were up further there. But yeah, they've been missing, and they want to sit there and make it out like they are the best thing that happened to God. Hey, Chad, what's going on, man? Hope they get right and good before they even break in my house. They're going to get right with God before they get in there, because their next ride is they're going to meet him. Exactly right, Chad. All right, let's move on with this ball-headed piece of shit telling us to shut up, and we have. This is the thing, because he's used to the liberals bending over and taking one, and we're not going to do that. It's not what we are. All right, guys, now, this is another one. This is that FBI agent that got screwed over because he was whistleblowing on January 6th. Got fired and all that stuff. He got a warning for us. You guys want to take a look to this. This is a warning that you better heed. Take a listen.
Yes, sir. I would just say that I consider the hearing today my last act of service as a public servant for the United States of America. And I'll give you my professional opinion. I was an intel professional for our country for many years, and I would give recommendations, and I'd also look at indications and warnings. So I would offer this to the American people as my warning to them. Since this is a warning to the American people, I say, I personally have no confidence that the FBI will rein in its own conduct. I've been persecuted along with Garrett, Steve and Kyle, and countless other whistleblowers. It is my opinion that the Bureau used reprisal and fear to control the workforce. It has been a seemingly effective tactic. I personally believe that there are no current effective checks and balances against them conducting lawless action with any type of correction in a legitimate time frame. I welcome the work of the IG, but I think any type of lawless action, there's no legitimate time frame to rein them back in. Their ability to overclassify information can allow them to stonewall forever. To the American people, you have a duty as a citizen to vote, and I strongly urge you to do so. It's how you participate in the American experience. I know people have doubts about election integrity, but you must vote. It is your claim. Stake your claim and don't forfeit it willingly. Have your voice heard. My other recommendations are in the natural order. First, vote. The second is the Second Amendment. Arm yourself and know how to defend yourself. Make 3 to 4 friends in your neighborhood and promise to come to each other's mutual aid in times of hardship. And during the Great Depression, people stocked up a pantry. So I think that's a good practice, especially in our economic times, and make sure you have 3 to 4 months of food. And as a person of faith, I'd say pray the rosary. Go to the First Friday devotions. That's for everybody, all my brothers and sisters of all faiths, and I know I'm Catholic. And read the gospel of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and live it every day. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for the time.
Sorry, guys, I had to take this. One of my friends' daughter got shot by an asshole about 17 months ago. And his trial came up today, and he was doing a drive-by, and his bullet went through the house, hit her in the head. She had 3 young kids and her boyfriend sleeping, and they just finally got to his trial today, and they found him guilty and of negligent homicide, and he killed her. And he got 3.5 years. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. She was only 20. Back then, she was probably 28, I think, if I can remember right. I think she's a year or so younger than my son, or about the same age as my son. My son's 29. So... And I just found out just now that they only gave him 3.5 years. That is the most pathetic. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Left the 3 kids and everything. Oh my God. But anyway, guys, we'll get back to the show. Sorry about that, but we'll get back there. But I wanted to mention a couple of things here. Jerry says that Harris is finally visiting the disastrous southern border after 3 years, 10 million illegals crossings later. And why did she wait so long? Election time. Exactly right, Jerry. She's a worthless piece of shit just trying to get votes. That's all it is. Warren says in his town of Oregon City, every single Friday night, a major intersection on Highway 213, a huge Trump showing, hundreds of Patriots, flags, trucks. It's amazing. Oregon is a blue state. I don't think so, gang. Oh, that is awesome. Man, put that, man, give her, yeah, legalize, yeah. Man, that face needs run. It looks like it's been run over by a truck. All right. Yeah, it's a shame, guys. It is bullshit. 3.5 years for negligent homicide. Oh, my God. All right, let's get on with this, guys. Got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. North Carolina removes, finally, other states are finally getting involved, removed 747,000 from their voter rolls. Illegal people, dead people, whatever, off their voter rolls. This is what every state needs to do. But unfortunately, the state I live in Pennsylvania, that will never happen. They want every dead person out there to vote, every illegal to vote. They've been signing them up in our state capital, signing illegals up with driver's licenses and registering them to vote. This is the most pathetic excuse. Don't come to Pennsylvania if you can help it. You definitely don't want to live here. Taxes, gas prices, way too high. You guys do not want to live here. And they want to try to make this like it's a tourist attraction. There are certain places that are okay, but don't stay very long because they'll just suck the money out of you. They're worthless. I worked for the state. I know. All right, guys, next thing we got on here. And this one is an important one to listen to. And I don't have anything on this one, but I do got to take that video off before I play it again. But this one is an informant's claim that Trump's plane is targeted for assassination. 9 surface-to-air missiles have been smuggled into the United States to use against Trump Force 1. And you might as well Trump Force 2, but better watch out too, because if they got 8 of them, and this is what happens when Kamala, the border czar, lets these people run rampant into our country. Oh, yeah. This is the kind of stuff that happened. They want him dead. They're not going to stop. When he wins this election in November, in a little over a month, they will continue to hunt him because of the Democrats, period. There's no doubt about it that they will hunt him down. Injustice, exactly, Vic. This is so pathetic. Jerry, I can't keep up with all your pictures, man. Your gas tax is very high. Oh, yeah. I go to West Virginia to get my diesel fuel. I think I only paid I know it's like 60 or 70 cents cheaper in 20 miles. So when I need to do something in West Virginia, I take my truck and I fill it up, and I come back home and I park my truck until I need it again. I drive one of my other little cars. Short shit Shapiro is a little damn commie bastard, and he has the balls to say he is doing things to protect the election. He's shit. He's sitting there rigging the election. That's what our Democratic governors do. Wolf did the same thing, changing the rules the day before illegally without going through the House to do it. Oh, yeah. That's the night I go to bed when Trump was way ahead. There's no way he could have lost this thing. Wake up the next morning and it's like, what? Oh, yeah, this is the shit that happens, and we got to make it too big to rig. Got that? Okay. All right. Talking about hunting, and this one makes me laugh. And I got a video, but I've got to read the header first for you guys. So, major manhunt underway by U.S. Marshal for Nathan Wade, Miss Piggy's boy toy. Fannie Willis's lover, boy, and former Fulton County lead investigator that couldn't even work a traffic ticket in a traffic court before this, and paid almost over $500,000 to go after Trump, right? Okay, now they're hunting him. So take a listen to this real quick.
Lover boy Nathan Wade is missing. The House Judiciary Committee, which is investigating Georgia DA Fannie Willis, needs Wade to testify at a hearing tomorrow on their love affair. But no one can find the guy. They're trying to serve him, but he's flown the coop, and now the U.S. Marshals are in a manhunt to track him down. Have they checked the conduct?
I can't wait to see this man get caught. They both should have been taken off the case. Well, he quit because the judge let him, but they should have both been actually put in jail because they committed perjury right in front of the judge, threw in his face, made him look like an idiot, which he is already an idiot, but they made him look like a bigger idiot, lying to his face under oath that they were not in a relationship. Now they're hunting his dumb ass. I can't wait till they get him. All right, guys, this next one was an add-on too, but it's not as big, but it's funny as hell. AOC's. Oh, yeah, that's where we're going to get into her. I haven't talked about her on the show yet. Red light district overrun with prostitutes as locals call out MIA squad member. I put this picture together just so you can see some of the prostitutes that are in her district, and she does nothing about it. And there's a whole line of them, but you can only see like 3. Wait till you see them. But just see, really, I don't know if I could get that desperate to pay a prostitute that looked like that. I just don't see it. And there was a whole line. You see them, all the whole line right there, and you got crackheads laying over here and stuff, and this is pathetic. But what is she now? She ain't not worried about it because I think I saw the last time she's worth like $5 million. A bar wench from New York goes from can't even balance a checkbook to a millionaire. How the hell does that happen? That just dumbfounds me. That's why I had to throw this in there. The bitch don't care about where she came from. All she cares now about is the money and screwing over the taxpayers of New York. That's just a fact, people. And those dumb idiots keep voting her dumb ass in. I'm in West Virginia and gas is cheaper than in Pennsylvania. You're right, Rowdy. It definitely is. Hillary took Wade out. That's funny. He turned himself over earlier. Oh, did he, Vic? I did not see that. I heard that. I heard that earlier. Yeah, I did not hear that. Well, good, because they were out to get his dumb ass. I can't wait to see what he gets for this, because he was supposed to be in today, I think, for the hearing. I think it was for today. Well, she even, Miss Piggy even violated the subpoena that she got. So they should arrest her dumb ass too. 29 million, Billy Bob. Oh, I mean, I tell you what, how do these people on a $174,000 job become millionaires? We didn't get to that article yesterday, but I had the top millionaires in our government. Oh, of course, guess who the top one was? Nancy Pelosi. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Her and her insider trading, that takes care of that real easy. Hi, Mark. Mr. Fixer, what's happening, Mr. Fixer? All right, let's go on. Let's move it on. Let's see what here we got. Oh, okay. This one is a good one. Biden's to sign executive order aiming to reduce gun violence, eliminate controversial gun conversion devices. Well, because he's already lost that battle, and he's going to lose this one too. But this one is a little 38-second clip of Biden signing this gun legislation. Executive order, by the way. Take a look.
So President Biden is going to sign an executive order to accelerate progress on two key priorities: combating emerging firearms threats and improving school-based active shooter drills. Additionally, federal departments and agencies will be announcing a range of additional actions to reduce gun violence, from promoting safe gun storage and red flag laws to improving the background check system. The Biden-Harris administration will continue to do everything it can to put an end to this senseless violence, while calling on Congress to
But they don't want to take the actual steps to actually enforce the laws that are already on the books. They don't want to take the steps of closing the border where all of the guns are coming across. 90% of these guns are illegal guns that are used. But they don't want to take the guns off the streets. They don't want to take them out of the gangbangers' hands. They don't want to do any of that. But they want to make rules and laws for people like me, the law-abiding citizen that's allowed to have a gun and protect himself under the Second Amendment. But they want to do this stump of bullshit and try to violate our Second Amendment. This is what happens, guys, if we do not win this election come November. We're going to lose. The first thing they're going to take away from it is our freedom of speech. You're not even going to be able to talk. Then they're going to go after the guns. Once they get those two, it's dead over. We're done. No lie, guys. I'm not playing a fear factor game like they do. I'm telling you the basic facts, period. Trump's election isn't the only one that was rigged. The governors are all suspect. Oh, I can believe that, Warren. Most definitely. Did you hear the Pelosi sold off her? Yes, I did, MAGA. They sold off her Visa stocks a day before, and they did that to something else too, MAGA, and I can't remember what it was. But they've been getting insider trading tips for years, and nobody's done a damn thing about it. They both need arrested with her and her gay husband. They need arrested, and he can go get hammered in prison the right way too, just like he was getting hammered that day. Ha 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 ha. Gotta love that, right? Okay. Anyway, okay. Can't stand this bitch. Y'all will never get the gun. Yeah, right, Billy Bob. I didn't pay all this money for my guns for some pissant to come try to take them away from me. Yeah, try to take them. It's obvious that Biden and Harris are afraid of the American people. That's what the problem is. Oh, most definitely one of many, because that is our God-given rights to protect ourselves, and we will do it. But now, we're going to stay with the same subject. Harris says being safe. Now, get this. And I guess I got to really let you watch the video first. But I lost all my guns in a boat when it sunk. And they got, oh, yeah, they can't get yours unless they want to go swimming, huh, Chad? Hope they get, yep. But this next video that you're going to see is, she kind of is a two-faced. Well, we already know that. But Harris says being safe is a civil right. Okay, that's one. As Biden signs this order on gun tech, right? But you got to watch this, and it'll kind of make sense after you watch the video. Take a look at this.
Keep it going, boss. Thank you. There's still more to do. But the steps we've taken so far in reducing gun violence and saving lives are real. But we have to keep going. There's so much more we have to do.
I believe the right to be safe is a civil right. And that the people of America have a right, then, to live, work, worship, and learn without fear of violence, including gun violence. And yet, our nation is experiencing an epidemic of gun violence. And it is a false choice to suggest you are either in favor of the Second Amendment or you want to take everyone's guns away. I am in favor of the Second Amendment, and I believe we need to reinstate the assault weapons ban. We have in our possession, we know how to stop these tragedies, and it is a false choice to suggest you are either in favor of the Second Amendment or you want to take everyone's guns away. I am in favor of the Second Amendment, and I believe we need to reinstate the assault weapons ban.
Okay, guys, did you notice that I put in there, those were two different places with the same exact speech, identical. Her writers cannot even come up with their own, a different speech for her. They gave her the same speech, two different states, just like they did on a rally not long ago. She went to two different states, did a rally, same identical speech. She did the same one here. But did you notice? And I'm sorry, I am pro Second Amendment wholeheartedly. You cannot be for the Second Amendment and want to ban guns. This just doesn't happen. So she's lying. Plus, she won't tell anybody what kind of gun she has and prove that she's a gun owner. I don't think she is. Trump said the same thing to ask her, say, if you have a gun, say what kind of gun you have. 38 special, 357, 22, 9mm, 1911, whatever it is. Say what it is. How many bullets is in your gun? You can't answer those questions. You're not a gun owner. But you cannot be, I don't give a damn what you say. You can't be pro Second Amendment and want to ban guns, period. And you're going to ban an inanimate object. Get that one. Something that cannot go off by itself. I know, I've got a shit ton of them up there, and not a one of them has went off yet. I don't understand them. They must be lazy. Breaking. Minnesota Supreme Court rules person under attack or threat must retreat before using deadly force. What do you think about that ridiculous ruling? Oh, okay. Bring a body bag with you because I can't run and I'm not retreating. Sorry. So that ain't going to happen Good thing I'm not in Minnesota. Guess what? We got a stand your ground rule too, huh? Don't we know? Oh, yeah. I believe you should fuck off. Exactly. What's that say, Mr. Fisher? My ex got them in a divorce. Oh, that sucks. Maggot says, I don't know how it's going to go down, but the future doesn't look good in the short term. But long term, I go to heaven because of what Christ has done in his death, burial, and resurrection. The future is in this lake of fire. Exactly right. Translation, one of many, is civil rights of the illegal aliens to be safe from the threat of repercussions and criminal actions, just like the criminals who tolerate them. That's why another reason why they want to take our guns, so we can't protect ourselves against the criminal element that they allowed into this country. Exactly, John. What is an assault weapon? Somebody answer that question for me, because they sure to hell can't. Guess what? That's an assault weapon right there, right? You think I can assault you with my pen? Oh, I most definitely can assault you with this. With the end out or with the end in. Guess what? It can happen. And you know those kind of plastic cups you put on a coffee cup, the top, where you open up for that? Do you think anybody can make a weapon with that thing? The inmates of my prison that I used to work at can definitely make those into something that is as hard as this, as hard as a knife, a shiv. Oh, yeah. Toilet paper. Bet you can't think about that, huh? They can make a knife out of toilet paper. Oh, my. You wouldn't believe how hard that knife is. Most definitely, guys. I'm telling you, they can. So what's an assault weapon? Can anyone name an assault weapon? Please tell me what an assault weapon. And Rumble. Come on, guys. Let me know. So tell me who and how many can tell me what an assault weapon is. I'm pretty curious. All right, moving on. Representative Murphy, 2 Americans. They are not buying Kamala Harris's persona. Well, her persona is a liar. Emergency procedure if you see a friend or a colleague beginning to swallow the mainstream media bullshit. Heimlich maneuver. Lay them down and step on their guts. That's way to good. No, Americans do not care about Kamala Harris, because real Americans, because they know she's a fake. She's a fraud. She's a phony. No matter what, she's a huge liar, just like Joe Biden. And you can't blame them for that. They see it every day. And if you can't see that she's a liar, you guys go back to your basement and lick your windows a little bit more. Now, we don't take polls at all. We take them with a grain of salt. But this one says, Place America First poll. Women say Harris lacks economic solutions. Well, guess what? She does have no solution. She has no policies. Can anybody out there tell me what persona non grata? Exactly, one of many. Can anybody tell me what policies that she has? Biden gave her his policies, but they are all failed. She has none. And the one economic policy she put out is why I made the thumbnail today. The place burning down and the city burning down behind her in that plane, because that is what's going to happen. This place is going to collapse. Again, here we got Kamala Harris dodging questions. She can't take questions from anybody. Take a look.
Here, we're going to thank you, Press. Can you comment on Eric Adams, Vice President?
Scooted right the hell out of there. Her puppet master Soros and all of them told her she's not allowed to answer questions. So what does she do? Takes right the hell off. This is typical Kamala Harris. Now, Waltz, let me see. Get this out of here. What the heck did I do with that one? Let me see. Let me here. Okay, we're going to skip over this. I'm going to just mention this real quick. Wall State education appointee called for the U.S. to be overthrown and deconstructed. This is the kind of people that we've got to keep out of here. Why you would hire an education employee? He should have been fired as soon as he said that the U.S. should have been overthrown. Oh, most definitely. Now, Biden announces another $8 billion in military aid to Ukraine. His money funding operation, his laundering, he's building it back up because he's about ready to get out. So now he's promised another $8 billion of our taxpayer money that it's never going to stop unless we get these people out of there. They think that they have a blank checkbook and it's going to keep going and going and going. And I'm not even going to show that pathetic video, so we're going to go on. But, guys, we're going to take a break here real quick, and we got a little bit of our lefties losing it.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States. President Obama and Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps away some.
Time to check in with the Veep and her many accents. This is urban Kamala from the block.
Brother, we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back. We will not go back.
On this next one, I detect a Hispanic tone.
In fact, recently I was in Nevada. I'm in these streets, let me tell you, I'm everywhere. I love you back.
And let's take a trip down memory lane and have a look at the man who gave Kamala her big break, Willie Brown, who was 60 and the powerful Speaker of the California Assembly when he had a romantic relationship with 29-year-old Kamala and appointed her to 2 well-paid state board positions. And the rest, as they say, is history.
He's a rogue, all right, notorious for his flamboyant lifestyle. Flashy clothes, fancy parties, fine women,
Are you his daughter? No, I'm not.
and fast cars.
You should from now on address me as the mayor.
If ever a man and a municipality were made for each other, it is this man, this place.
And this next young lady still hasn't forgiven Kamala for that Willie Brown dalliance.
The left is trying to tout this woman as a savior for the black community, but all she's done is hurt the black community since she came into the game. See, the first step in destroying the black community is to dismantle the black family. So aside from her record as a prosecutor, why don't we ask Mrs. Willie Brown if Kamala Harris cares about black families?
I just love that. We love our friends from down under at Sky News. We love the lefties losing it. She puts out some great stuff. I got to email her and get her on the show. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? All right, now we got, and I'm sorry to go from that to this, and it is Hillary Clinton once again calling us deplorables. Oh, yeah, take a look.
You know, to just be grossly generalistic, you could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
Now, can't we sue her for defamation? For calling us all those things that we're not? But guess what? You turn around and they are, since they are the party of the KKK, and if you would send any of them out, they would take care of that. Everyone that she just said, they are exactly that. We say that all the time. Whatever they call us, you know they are it. They're doing the same thing. So, and that just pisses me off every time I listen to her, and I can't even stand her mouth. That was a good one, Mark. Democrat policies are a assault weapon against the American people. Exactly right. They should be charged with crimes against humanity. Oh, that's a good one, too. I like that one of many. But we're going to briefly talk about the local law enforcement say they provided what Secret Service asked for in the first Trump assassination attempt. Oh, yeah, but the Secret Service wants to turn around it. But then all the failures of this assassination attempt, they are starting to admit it now because they did. They screwed up, and they have to take the blame for it. It's their fault because, well, hell, half of his team wasn't even Secret Service agents. The left equates civil rights with constitutional rights. They blur the lines intentionally because aliens have no unalienable rights constitutional rights. Exactly. If you are not a citizen of this country, you do not fall underneath of our Constitution. They should be shipped the hell back and made to come in the legal way. Let's see. Let's get that bitch off of my screen here. Now we got Trump task force. The new task force investigating Trump's assassination attempt had their first meeting today. And I want you to watch this real quick.
Today, the House task force investigating the assassination attempts on former President Donald Trump held its first hearing. Testimony from the hearing included local and federal officials tied to the shooting in Butler, Pennsylvania, as ABC's Christian Cordero explains.
Today, the Congressional Task Force investigating the first assassination attempt on former President Trump, taking a closer look at the security lapses.
Why in the world would you let former President Trump go out onto that platform if you weren't sure it was secure?
Testifying today, witnesses from some of the state and local agencies on site that day.
It has become apparent since July 13th that the Secret Service is stretched too thin.
The bipartisan group is focused on the role local law enforcement plays in tandem with the Secret Service.
The Pennsylvania State Police provided all resources requested by the Secret Service. The Secret Service did not ask me, as the officer in charge of PSP assets, to post a car, a trooper, at the AGR International property. Nor am I aware that Secret Service making that request to any other PSP official.
A new bipartisan Senate report on the Butler assassination attempt calls the Secret Service failures, quote, preventable.
There has to be someone in charge. There was nobody in charge.
Agents were notified of a suspicious person with a rangefinder 27 minutes before the first shots were fired. And 2 minutes before the shooting, the report says the Secret Service Command Center was told there was a person on the roof of a nearby building, but failed to share that with Trump's security detail. 3 people were shot, 1 fatally. The same House task force is also investigating the second apparent assassination attempt on Trump earlier this month. A source tells ABC News they have a plan in the works to visit that West Palm Beach golf course tomorrow.
Now, I hope this task force comes out with something, but I'm pretty sure that we're not going to get the real information and what we should be. Oh, exactly right, Vic. And, oh, yeah. I wish these people would say to our face. Nobody says stuff to our faces. They have to hide behind their cameras and away from everybody. That's the pathetic part. Secret Service stood down, and so it would appear. Oh, most definitely. We know they screwed up. They all should be fired. There was all the bosses that told them not to cover the building, that a 20-year-old pissant that took and that got over on the Secret Service. But I guarantee this was all a setup, and he was a sheep, and he was dispensable. Only 22% of Americans actually trust the government to do what's right. Oh, most definitely, Jerry. You got that right. I'm part of the 78%, Jerry. Yeah, according to Dennis. Most definitely. All right, guys. This next one is about the new Dinesh movie about Trump that has come out today. You guys got to look for in your theaters, Vindicating Trump. Take a look at the trailer for this new movie. Take a look.
Somebody has to help this country.
If it plays.
If they don't, the country. Somebody has to help this country, and if they don't, the country and the world are. Somebody has to help this country, and if they don't, the country and the world are in big trouble.
Someone's got to overturn the tables in the temple.
Trump jumping into the presidential race.
She's a bit worried.
Of The Apprentice guy?
You know the feeling of power. Could you handle it or would it devour? Power.
They fear that power. You didn't do an insurrection. Had you called for one, there would have been one. And there would be one if you called for one now.
I'm not sure I want that power. I want the power just to make the country better.
America first!
And that scares them.
A lot about Donald Trump scares them.
Let's look at everything. Campaign, his family. Let's get foreign eyes on him.
We have one target. You know who he is.
going after their companies, their families. That is a dictator.
It's a very dangerous time for our country.
The goal is to put him in jail because they're so afraid of his voice.
I am your voice.
We'll bury him so deep in legal, it'll bankrupt them.
Broke Donald in jail right before the election. That's
Sorry for being that guy, but isn't that election interference?
It's not interference if we do it.
We just want a free and fair election.
Sounds expensive.
Ballots ain't cheap.
Wait. Did you actually say the word buy the ballots?
We were able to purchase 10,000 ballots.
That's terrifying.
They cheat in many different ways. That's all they're good at.
Ready to save democracy?
We need to stop him permanently.
And that person will be risking his life.
Too bad it's not the 60s, right?
It's the way you survived.
I said, get me up.
Trump has beaten back every attack against him.
It's like the damn Terminator.
We're going to fix our borders, and we're going to fix our elections. We're going to win.
This is my legacy.
Vindicating Trump.
The best is yet to come.
Now you can get your tickets on vindicatingtrump.com. And if you guys find it anywhere, let me know where it's at so we can put it up there so people could go watch it. It looks like a great movie. I can't wait to see it myself, and I haven't found it near me yet, but it seems like it's going to be a great movie. So Trump has issued a warning to Iran. You want to listen to that? Take a look.
We've been threatened very directly by Iran, and I think you have to let them know, because the best way to do it is through the office of the president, that you do any attacks on former presidents or candidates for president, your country gets blown to smithereens, as we say.
And no nonsense president. He gets right to the point, and that's what we need. We need somebody with a set of big shit. And that's what Trump has. Biden doesn't have any. His wife got them in her purse. Oh, yeah. In them ugly dresses that she wears. Oh, yeah. This is when you show that. That's why nobody started wars when Trump was in office, because they knew he wasn't going to put up with their shit, period. Now, I love when the CNN or any fake news media has to admit that they lied. CNN admits to using digital altered photos of Donald Trump and Laura Loomer. Take a look.
CNN issued an on-air retraction and admitted to using digitally altered photos of former President Donald Trump and right-wing activist and influencer Laura Loomer. In a post on X, Loomer shared a video of CNN issuing a retraction after CNN hosts such as Anderson Cooper used a digitally altered photo of Trump and Loomer in a number of segments on Friday and Saturday. Friday evening and on Saturday, CNN aired a number of segments that briefly showed an image of former President Donald Trump and Laura Loomer taken from social media. The CNN host said, "On review, this image had been digitally altered by a third party and should not have been included. We regret the error." In another post, Loomer criticized Cooper for sending a female colleague to apologize for defaming her and Trump. "If you do not issue a retraction in writing on X for showing fake and photoshopped pics of me and President Trump in an effort to spew a sick, misogynistic, and defamatory attack against me, I will sue you the same way I'm going to sue at Bill Maher," Loomer wrote in her post. "How much of a coward do you have to be to use fake pics to defame me and at real Donald Trump and then not apologize yourself? Issue a retraction in writing and on air, or else you're getting sued."
Perfect response to that. I love it. Every one of these people need held accountable every time they lie, because you know what? There would be no news. Because every damn time you turn around, there's a lie. Or if you see a car wreck or something, and they have to amplify the intensity about whatever it is. And there's a wreck, and the people didn't get hurt, and they said, "Well, but it could have been a lot worse, but it wasn't. So why are you bringing it up?" They do this shit all the time. When a fire breaks out in the house, somebody could have died when they didn't. So why are you bringing it up? They always do this. This is what the bullshit fake news media. And I'm not a journalist. I'm just a middle-aged idiot, and I'm doing this stuff. And I don't understand why they do it. You got the news, put it out there, be done with it. America Pierre, how are you doing, buddy? That's our Scandinavian friend. He stays up. He gets up in the mornings to come and watch the show, and I love it that he comes in there and says hi. It's 3 o'clock in the morning there, 3 or 3:30, something like that. And I love it that he comes in there. He joins us in Wimpkin. You guys will want to join us too. But the rest of these articles are about Mayor Adams being charged with the stuff. He turned himself in earlier today to be printed and all that crap. And I'm not even going to go over all that because the guy that's going to take over for him is an activist when he resigns, and he should resign immediately. But he's an activist. And you think New York is screwed up now? Wait. That's going to be even worse. You guys in New York, you got to get these Democrats the hell out of there. You got to get that state back. It's the disaster. MAGA says he prays that Israel takes out all the mullahs and then their nuclear facility. That's a win for America. Most definitely. They don't need to stop until the terrorists are gone. Dead. Period. End of story. The framers warned that once high political positions became that would attract people with ambition and avarice, greed, the nation would be doomed. Guess what? We're there, Dennis. It is no doubt about being doomed, and he's right there. So let's get rid of all this stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Getter people, I didn't see you in chat. I don't know if it's working. I was asking questions, but when I went onto my phone, there was over 500 and some people watching. But it's not showing me visibly on the screen either. So there's something wrong. I'm going to have to work on it this weekend, but I'm not going to do anything unless people ask me ahead of time if they want me to do something or go onto a show or something, because I don't do anything. Because tonight after the show, I'm going to shut it all down, shut my computer down, give it a break for the week. I do have a shirt to make we had 2 winners in the question of the week, which was, who was it? It was Lee and let me turn it over. Who was the other one? MAGA, I think. Kurt. No, it was Kurt. Kurt, we got 2 winners. Congratulations to them both. I haven't got the things mailed out yet. Kurt, I got yours labeled. I just haven't. I'm going to do Lee's and then take them to the post office. Hopefully we'll get them done tomorrow. But I got stuff to make. But congratulations to both of you for the win. And we'll have another question next week if I can think of one. It's getting harder and harder to think up a question, guys. So for everybody in Getter, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you come back. You guys got to join us on Wimpkin. We have the best bunch of people in there, guys. And you are awesome. We got the best bunch of people you can't even imagine. I'm going to have to ask you Monday about streaming onto Rumble. Okay. That's fine, Vic. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight with me. I think we had a great show. I got through all the articles and added all those ones at the beginning. I'm so happy we did it, guys. Thank you for the great conversation in chat. These guys get downright busy. They help me with the show every night. If you guys don't have it, here it is. I'll put my information back up to here so you guys can check us out on wimpkin.com/country conservative and sign up for it. Join us in chat. You guys will have a blast. So as far as that goes, I'm going to leave you with this. And that wraps up another thought-provoking episode of The Conservative Viewpoint. As we close out this Friday night, let us take a moment to reflect on the week we've had to look forward to on the weekend ahead. We've tackled some heavy topics, from the state of the nation to the challenges we face on the global stage. But now it's time to recharge, reconnect what matters most. Whether you're spending time with the family, catching up with friends, or simply taking a well-deserved break, which that's what I'm going to do, remember that our strength comes from our community and our shared values. So as we head into the weekend, let's carry the spirit of resilience and hope with us. So stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay true to the principles that guide us. We will be back next week with more insight and discussions that matter most to you. Thank you for tuning in, guys, tonight. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. God bless you and keep you safe. This is The Conservative Viewpoint. I'm Charlie, signing off. Have a great weekend, everyone. I will see you back here Monday. Good night, everyone. Have a great night. I'll let you know, Becky.